Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer meeting for stimulus? Depends on who you ask. A new report out this evening says that Chuck Schumer didn't even give a correct narrative about why he and Mitch McConnell were meeting. Were they meeting about stimulus? Were they meeting about lobster? Were they meeting about meetings about nothing? It's all really so surprising, but in this video I'm going to be going over what Mitch McConnell will give you, what Chuck Schumer will give you, what's really unfolding, and why there was 5 people in the room from one party and 1 person from the other party, and guess who wasn't involved? It's all really surprising, and this, of course, is Being a Mitch. Hey, good evening, everybody. This is Being a Mitch at a new time tonight because of other programming changes. But thank you for joining me. In this video, I'll be going over money you can get right now, but also I'll be going over what happened to Mitch McConnell and that stimulus negotiations that was supposed to be so promising. Well, did they occur, or did they talk about something other than stimulus? Depends on who you ask. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe, because I'm going to go over how to get money right now. Not 5 months from now, not 5 years from now, and not 5 weeks from now. I'm getting you money right now because discussions like this about Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell aren't getting you money. They're getting you a lot of hot air. And what's important is that you get money during the holidays so that you have ability to survive through this pandemic. Also, like this video. In this video, I'll be going over the shocking new report out this evening about what really went on between Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer. Who was in the room, what did they discuss, and why was America fed a fake narrative? Oh yeah. Then I'll be going back on how to get you money and how to get this money during the pandemic. Let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news as you sit here tonight is that Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer apparently met, but apparently can't even agree upon what they actually talked about. There was an agreement between the parties to meet, and if you see the lineup of cast of characters, your head is going to roll. On one side, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Kevin McCarthy, should I keep on going? And a few more. On the other side, Mitch McConnell by himself. It's Being a Mitch. Apparently, Mitch McConnell showed up as his sole individual by himself. He was not getting hazard pay. Yeah, I mean, he may as well apply for an EIDL because he's an independent contractor. He solo all this. And on the other side, it was basically the entire half-court Temple of Doom pickup basketball team. And during those negotiations, did they negotiate about anything? No. But what did they really even talk about? Well, a new report out tonight says they can't even agree upon what they talked about. And that the call for the meeting was actually never supposed to be for stimulus. Chuck Schumer said that he was so encouraged that Mitch McConnell agreed to meet to negotiate stimulus after Chuck Schumer wrote Mitch McConnell a letter. Well, Mitch McConnell's office never responded to that remark. But then shortly thereafter, Mitch McConnell's department said to press, "We didn't agree to meet about stimulus, and we didn't meet about stimulus. We met about the continuing resolution, the federal budget bill. We're not even talking about stimulus." So why is Chuck Schumer claiming that people were meeting to talk about something when they weren't even meeting about that thing? And did they really even care to pass stimulus? Now, Mitch McConnell in the last 48 hours said he would give you stimulus. And today, Steve Mnuchin, who was not invited to the meeting and did not attend the meeting, said that he spoke with Mark Meadows and Mitch McConnell about getting stimulus done. Does it sound a little weird? It should. Let me recap where we are. The people who can give you stimulus are Congress and the Senate, and it needs to be signed by the president. The president can also give you an executive order. Is the president doing an executive order? No. Can the purple power push the president to executive order? Yes. What can the president do for executive order? $5,000 stimulus check with CARES Act 1 money sitting around. How long does it take? About as long as it takes for me to turn off the lights on the set. You get the pen, you write it, and you're done. It's as simple as that. It would be done in 10 seconds. You would have the money within 10 days. We would be done. I wouldn't have to record another video about executive order. orders. $5,000 land in your bank account. You need it right now, and it's so categorically simple. Why is the president not doing it? I don't know. But if you think that that doesn't make sense, let me tell you this. Steve Mnuchin appeared on CNBC today and said he's talked to Mitch McConnell and Steve Mnuchin and Mark Meadows about a stimulus package and wants to get it done. How? Not very clear. Is he talking with anyone else? No. So how are they going to get it done? We're going to just talk about it. Also really unclear. Then that meeting that sort of occurred but didn't occur. Was Waldo in the room? I don't know. But you apparently may not find him either. Because Chuck Schumer said that they had a meeting and Mitch McConnell says we didn't really meet about stimulus. We talked about the continuing resolution, the budget bill. So is there a stimulus package going to get passed? What's going on already? Let me explain what I think is going on and then explain to you what I believe will happen. I believe a stimulus package is going to get passed. The question is whether it's going to get passed before December. And the question is whether it's going to get passed in the next few weeks. There's a big battle of political whims going left and right because of 2 Senate seats in Georgia. Those 2 Senate seats are critical to the balance of power, and both sides are trying to make themselves look good going into the Senate seats. Mitch McConnell's trying to make himself look good, and Chuck Schumer's trying to make himself look good. On the other hand, they're trying to make the other side look bad. The net result is no one's trying to make your wallet look good. They're just trying to make themselves political future look good. So will people give you stimulus? Steve Mnuchin's comments today were the first comments that actually sort of made logical sense. In fact, he almost sounded like he was me. He said, the most important thing right now is stimulus checks and another round of unemployment benefits and some PPP right now. These things are expiring. You need this money right now. COVID is ravaging. Well, thank you. Oh my goodness. Can we just get that in a to-go in a Godot container with the side of some sauce and fries? I mean, this is just so apparently simple. Has Chuck Schumer said it? No. And why are there 5 Republicans or 6 Republicans or a half court of why are there 6 Democrats in a room and just 1 Republican? Also really not quite clear. It looks like the Democrats are trying to beat up on Mitch McConnell, as though you can beat up on Mitch McConnell, to get him to roll over and give them exactly what they want. But Steve Mnuchin says that no, we're giving you exactly this, and if you don't want to take it, that's all you're going to get. What's interesting is that's really all the viewers of this channel want and all the viewers of this channel really need. Stimulus checks, enough of it, enough stimulus check or stimulus checks, another round of unemployment benefits and extension of them and retroactively, and maybe some PPP in the EIDL. And Mitch would do this. First, PUA is expiring in December. Can't let that expire. FPEUC, which is UI, expiring in December. Can't let that expire. FPUC expired in July. They let that expire. Mitch McConnell offered $300 a week in July. We've been waiting around since July. No one is paying us any of this $300 a week. Good news. Yesterday, New Jersey found an extra $300 a week sitting around from LWA, so they're sending them out. But for everyone else, no one has got to this FPUC since July. So where are we with this? Well, the current mindset of the Democrats is, you know what? Unless we get a nice bailout for Andrew and Gavin, everyone can just roll over through the months of December and January with 500,000 deaths expected across the country and 1,000 deaths per week, and we will hold out until we get the bailout of state and local. No, that doesn't make sense. Now, what also doesn't make sense is both the Republicans and Democrats are proposing additional money for testing and tracing and additional money for COVID medical issues, and neither wants to do that. Very simple. And so what's going on is a lot of really? And the news article that said that the parties could not even agree upon what they were actually meeting upon said that they were really intentionally trying to put out a fake narrative about what was going on. So let's turn back to you. What's important to understand is that if you're watching this video and wondering about a stimulus check, I don't see that stimulus check coming today. I don't see it coming next week. I don't see it coming this weekend. I don't see it coming. So please don't base your financial predicament over the next few weeks on a stimulus check. I don't see it coming just yet. Please get the money other ways. The viewers of this channel have categorically realized hundreds of thousands of dollars have been gotten by the viewers of this channel by getting stimulus from CARES Act 1 money. It's CARES Act 1 money that's available in cities and counties and states. What's important to understand is if you get a no answer on the phone, don't stop. Don't stop with one no, because one no may be an incorrect no. I've had several viewers actually reach out to me and say, this is what I was told, and my state doesn't exist, not around, not there. Within 1 second, with the typing in my computer, there it was. Oh, why was that not there? Why did the governor's office not see it? Why did this 211 not see it? I don't know. It's so obvious. Now, what's important for you to understand is that there's a lot of people that believe that the federal government should just do this and you shouldn't have to do much of anything. Well, in the time it takes to guess about what's going on with Nancy Pelosi's hairstyle, or $12 ice cream, or why Mitch McConnell is so fascinated with lobsters, you could have made another phone call to another department that I recommend on this channel. 211, city, state, and state housing authority. Please call them and keep on calling until you get a yes answer. One of my viewers yesterday said, I called, I got a no, but I did get some utilities, a few $100. But I didn't believe the no was correct because you told me don't believe the no. So I kept on calling and finally I got a yes and I got $8,000. This is what I talk about. What's important to understand is that when you're trying to get money, there's often a no before a yes. Let me give you an example for my enhanced unemployment benefits. When we're talking about Mitch McConnell extending UI, you should be already doing enhanced unemployment. You should already be raising your unemployment benefits by what I'm talking about in these videos. You can raise your unemployment benefits by pulling your 2019 tax return and looking at it and see if you qualify for additional benefits. If you made over $18,000 a year in 2019, you do. If you made over $25,000, you really do. And if you made over $30,000, you absolutely categorically do. A $30,000 2019 return or higher is about maxing out $200 to $300 higher per week, about $8,000 to $9,000. A $25,000 or higher tax return is about $100 more per week, and an $18,000 to $25,000 tax return is about $50 to $80 more per week. If you've been on unemployment benefits for 30 weeks and then you're just raising to $50, hey, that's $1,500 to $100. That's $1,500 now. That's more than Mitch McConnell has ever given you as a stimulus check. Next, if you raise it $100, that's $3,000. And finally, if you're one of my several viewers who raised it $300 a week, they're getting $9,000. So why would you sit back and not want $9,000 for raising your unemployment benefits and worry whether Mitch McConnell is doing retroactive FPUC, doing FPUC at $600 a week, doing FPUC at $300 a week? Yeah, you're going to get that, but why worry about that money when you can get this money? Next. What's important to understand with CARES Act 1 money that's available in your cities and counties is that is stimulus money. It's free money, and it's generally for rent, food, utilities, stimulus checks sometimes, and rarely, but on occasion, hazard pay and business money. What's important to understand is that the allocation of that money is consistent with what Chuck Schumer and Mitch McConnell are doing. So don't sit back and just presume that Mitch McConnell wants to give you a beautiful, bold stimulus check. He may try not to do it again. And Chuck Schumer may not try to fight for anything but a $500 stimulus check if you're an adult dependent. So what viewers need to understand is you need to grab the money when the money is available and not be dependent upon other things. Next, it's important to understand that when you're looking at EIDL, that you may qualify for it and that it's a very simple process. You go to sba.gov and EIDL will mirror anything that Mitch McConnell will do under the second stimulus package because he's going to require you to apply for things. What's important to understand is that the Democrats are going to do the same thing. They're going to require you to apply for a rent grant, apply for a utilities grant, apply for this. And when you think that people are just going to send out money in the second stimulus package, it may not be that case. They may require you to apply. Applying means going through the process of filling out a few words. It's easy. Don't worry. Do it. With that, there's a renewed focus that stimulus will be done. What's my opinion? I think it's coming before the holidays. I think unemployment, stimulus check, and PPP will come before the holidays. And if it doesn't, I think it's going to be political nightmare, political suicide for both parties, because how can you go through a pandemic with 500,000 deaths and 1,000 deaths per day with no unemployment? It doesn't make sense. If you have questions or comments in today's video, drop them in the comments below. I might feature them in tomorrow's recording. Go to the front channel, subscribe. Subscribe because no one's trying to get you money better than this channel. It's important that you get this money now, because some of the viewers I see in the comments say, just what's going on with the stimulus check? It's not going. It's not going anywhere. It's not coming out. So please get this money, and I will continue to update you about what's happening with the stimulus check. But it's not going out. So I don't want you to not have money during the holidays. This is the way you get money. Also, like this video. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay in LA for more.